Okay, what's your name?
My name is Sharon.
Sharon, say hello so they can hear.
My name is Sharon.
And Sharon, you're from Ireland, are you?
I am indeed, yes.
But you've been on the ladder before.
I have,
In fact, we've been together, haven't we?
10 years now.
And what are we talking about?
Talking about Jesus. Specifically, I want to say to the Muslims today, you reject the idea of substitutionary atonement.
Okay, that's a huge word. Hold on a minute. What do you mean, substitution atonement?
So someone can pay the price for someone else's sins.
Okay, so someone can pay the price of another sin.
Exactly.
Okay,
yes.
go ahead.
Okay, you reject that idea out of hand, but yet Muslims, you have substitutionary atonement in your Quran and in the Hadith as well.
Don't go to the Hadith, just stay with the Quran. Stay with the Quran today. I don't want to go to the Hadith. Stay with the Quran.
So on the day of judgment, Allah will say to the Prophet, bring the believing people, that is the Muslims, and take the sins off the backs of the believers and heap them on the backs of the Christians and the Jews and send them hobbling into the hellfire. That is substitutionary atonement.
Okay, where is that?
Jews are not going to hell.
What's that?
Bow down to one
Oh, dear.
creator.
Can you go to the Quran? Just stay with the Quran.
Yeah.
Jews are not going to hell. Only
But you know something else? In the Quran, in Surah 35, Ayah 15, it says that no bearer of burdens can bear the burden of another. And that's right.
Okay, hold on a minute. So the burdens, no bearer of burden means no sinful person.
Exactly. So no person who has sin can pay the price of sin for someone else. That's in your Quran.
That's in chapter 6, verse 164 as well.
35, yes, exactly
And
right.
53, verse 38.
Exactly right, yes.
So 3 times in the Quran, it reminds the Muslim, say it again, no one who is sinful, bearer of burdens.
No one who has sin can bear the burden, can take the sin of someone else.
Well, isn't that what we believe?
Christians agree with that.
Oh, so the Quran is saying what we're saying. Nobody but who has sin can take on your sin.
Yeah, but the point is that Jesus was sinless.
Well, hold on a minute. Can't you take on your sin?
I can't take on my
Because you're
sin.
sinful.
Yes.
Can I take on your sin?
No, you cannot.
I'm sinful.
You're sinful.
Can he?
No, he cannot.
Can he?
No, he cannot.
Can you take on her sin? Chapter 53, verse 38. Go to that one quickly. Chapter 53, verse 38, and chapter 6, verse 136. 165, sorry. So let's continue on.
Yeah, so back to Jesus.
So hold on a minute.
Yeah.
You can't take on sin.
No,
I can't take on sin.
Exactly right.
No one can take on another sin because we're all sinful.
That's right.
Has
yeah.
anyone been sinless?
Yes, Jesus entered time and space, the God-man, lived a perfectly sinless life, and died on the cross for sin.
But hold on a minute. How do we know he was sinless?
Because he was.
The Quran tells you.
The Quran says, so
Where in the Quran does it say?
So in Surah 19, Ayah 19.
No, chapter 19, verse 19.
So chapter 19, verse 19, the angel Gabriel is speaking to Miriam, and he says, I bring you news of a righteous son.
A righteous son. What does righteous son mean? A sinless son.
Sinless, morally perfect. Sinless.
Is there anybody else in the Quran that is sinless?
No, and not even Muhammad. In fact, a good comparison is to look at Muhammad and see what God.
Isn't there a verse in the Quran that says Muhammad is sinless?
Yes. So in Surah.
Chapter 48, verse 1 and 2.
Yes, and 47:19. So in 47:19, chapter 47, ayah 19, Allah is speaking, and He commands Muhammad to
Jesus, no one is gay when he spoke to a woman.
So Muhammad is a sinner.
Okay, hold on. That probably happened before he was a prophet.
Okay.
Chapter 48, verse 1 and 2 shuts that down real quick. Chapter 48, verse 1 and 2 says, O Muhammad, ask forgiveness for the sins you have done and the sins you are yet to do. So even as a prophet, he continues to sin. So Muhammad, it cannot be sinless. Only Isa is sinless.
And in Surah 46, he's speaking to his relatives, and he says that he does not know what Allah will do with him. So not only is he a sinner, but he does not know what will happen to him when he dies.
Okay.
He has no assurance of salvation.
So looks coming and going. We haven't even gone to the Bible yet, have we? Just by using the Quran, it's very clear that even in the Quran, nobody can take on our sins but the sinless one.
Yes, so even according to the Quran, the sinless Jesus, the Isa al-Masih of the Quran, is more important than the sinner Muhammad.
Who do you want then, Sharon?
I want Jesus.
You want Jesus.
So in 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 12, it says this, for God made Jesus to be sin who had no sin, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God.
Okay. God bless you. Isn't it interesting? We've only used the Quran today. You ended with the Bible. But in every case, even the Quran, though it's not our authority, it's not your authority, yet when you go to the Quran, it shows it gets atonement correct. And that's why we love Jesus, because he's the only one that can atone for us. For you, for me, he did it 2,000 years ago. Come on home, Muslims. God bless you. Thanks so much.